Hi, my name is Jay. What's up? I am very much a androgynous kind of person. I am a they, a them. I am starting this channel with this video, seeing how it's gonna react, seeing how people react to it. Um, I have been on YouTube searching for transition videos, um, genderqueer videos, agender videos, pretty much any kind of clue as to what I am, who I am, and trying to come up with any kind of information for myself. And what I have found on YouTube is a lack of openness, and I'm not saying that they don't have it, because I follow a lot of trans individuals, trans masculine, trans feminine, trans whatever they feel and identify with. I follow a lot of them, and they're very educational, and they're very patient, and they are very interesting, and I support them and I watch them and all of that. I just have also noticed that when it comes to individuals such as myself who have extreme mental illness and emotional issues and traumatic backgrounds, that it's very, I wouldn't say torturous, but it's very confusing and it's very overwhelming and it's very intimidating trying to figure who you are whenever there's so much going on in your head in terms of mental illness, ADD, depression, bipolar, PTSD, traumatic stuff. Like, all of the things take place into this, and so trying to figure out who I am while dealing with all this and trying to figure who I am out, even without the gender crisis going on, is a little bit not seen on YouTube. Like, I haven't seen it. I follow a lot of trans people and gender fluid people and asexual, agender people who, while are very knowledgeable and educational, and they are providing a light for other people who are like them with education, I feel like there's not very much representation for trans, masculine, gay individuals who don't identify as any gender with mental issues. And I've been told that within my circle of people, I have been told that my experiences are really extreme and that more people need to hear that things that they have gone through, they're not alone, and I still need to hear that I'm not alone. So I wanted to make this video and see how it responded to people. I've spent 44 minutes talking about what I have looked at on YouTube and not once about what I want to do. So pretty much what I'm doing is I'm 30 years old. I will be 31 this year. My name is Jay, as I said. I have been undergoing counseling off and on for 5 years and trying to fit things together inside of my head with all the things that are going on. I just recently, within the past 2 years, got out of all kinds of emotional, manipulative, mental, spiritual, all kinds of abusive kind of things. Like, I wasn't physically abused the past 2 years, but I have lived in places that were very manipulative. They were very passive aggressive. They were very petty. They weren't really a healthy household whatsoever, and little by little, from childhood up into like maybe 2 years ago, no, not even that, last year, the beginning of 2018, I have been in toxic households, toxic environments, and this past year, late 2018 and 2019 currently, I have been undergoing a gender identity crisis, and I've been called she and her all of my life, literally all of my life. Very rarely do I pass as a he, and I don't strive to pass as a he, because like I don't identify as a he, but she and her are genuinely, as time goes on, making me feel more uncomfortable. And I have different voices in my head, and they're trauma related, and I'm in counseling for them currently, and kind of going through gender counseling too, to see if I need to start T in a year or at the end of this year, trying to see what my options are. Still am kind of sketchy about transitioning into testosterone land, but honestly, I have been going to counseling for this for about a month now, and I'm not saying that that's enough time to get your shit straightened out and all this, but for me, in those counseling sessions, my counselor literally will hear my thoughts and my comments and just look at me and go, I think you already made your answer, Jay. You just need to trust yourself. And I've talked to my trainer about this. I work out in a gym, mostly 4 to 5 days a week with a specific person in a class. She's very motivational. She's very inspiring. Her name is Olivia. She works at the Planet Fitness on Shadeland in Indianapolis. I highly recommend her. She's very patient. She's very kind. She will build you up and kick your ass, while at the same time letting you take your pace at whatever pace you need. And I blossomed with that. Like, my body has responded well with that. And working out has helped my mental illness significantly. I'm not saying it's gone away, but my freak out meter has gone from a 20 to a maybe 6 in the past. Like, I've been working out consecutively for 6 months ish, and in the 6 months my mentality has almost changed. My body feels better. I don't have dysphoria. I mean, okay, let's back up just a second. I have dysphoria. I have bad dysphoria, but I don't have the typical dysphoria. I do not have the dysphoria that says that I need a surgery. I need this to happen. I don't have bottom dysphoria badly. Like, I'm okay with my vagina. I'm okay with... I don't like my hips. My hips are really wide. I would show you, but this is the first video, and I don't kiss on the first date. Actually, I do. I'm a hoe, but that's besides the point. I don't have bottom dysphoria like a lot of people have. I'm okay with my vagina on days where I don't feel necessarily gender at all, because sometimes I do feel like a gender. Sometimes I feel masculine, but that's not a gender, that's a feeling. Sometimes I feel neutral, and I hardly ever feel feminine anymore. And partly the reason why I'm making this video currently is because earlier today I was looking at things online, and there was this beautiful printed, kind of flowery printed shirt, and it didn't really have like a gender underlying look to it, you know, like how some people have a men's look, or some clothes have a men's look and some clothes have a feminine look. And this really didn't give off any vibes, but I pass so often as a she and a her that I now at the spot where I'm blocking almost anything feminine looking, feminine feelings, feminine anything, because I don't want to be taken as a female. I don't want to be taken as feminine. There's nothing wrong with females. There's nothing wrong with being feminine. There's nothing wrong with passing for it. There's nothing wrong with anything that you're feeling. It's just not how I feel. And I'm kind of the same thing with politics. A lot of people are okay with certain things in this life. I am not. I'm very loud. I'm very blunt. I'm very outspoken. I get myself in trouble a lot because of how outspoken I am. I just don't give any fucks. I've been through a shit ton of things. I've had a very long life and a long journey. My counselor says that instead of turning 30 this year, I should have turned 50 or 60. I've dabbled in a lot of things, not drug related, because I already have mental issues. I don't need to add on top of that. No judgment for people who do drugs. I am just not one of them. Depending on the drug. I've dabbled, but not into anything serious. Anyway, back and forth. I will lose concentration, and I will be distracted a hell of a lot whenever I make videos. And, sorry, I'm also getting text messages as I'm recording this. Anyway, I don't know where this is gonna go. I don't know if it's gonna go anywhere, but I've kind of looked online a lot about people like me, androgynous, but not having any gender, who also have significant trauma and mental illness within themselves, who struggle with dealing with possibly being trans, but not really knowing 100% if you are trans or not. I have a very... Sorry, I'm ripping the label off this Fireball bottle because, like, I'm OCD. I'm not OCD. I just have problems. I mean, I may have OCD, but it's not like that kind of OCD. Anyway, I digress. Hi. My nickname is Dory because I forget everything. I have the stuffed animal, have the tattoo, just keep swimming. Depression is a thing. Dory helped me out with depression. But I digress, you don't care about that either. Or maybe you do, and that's why you're viewing this. I don't know. I'm just, I kind of want to make my own channel for people like me. And because, in all honesty, and this probably will get me bad comments, and this will probably get me bad reviews, but like I said, I'm blunt, and I don't really care. I feel like the LGBT community is becoming a fad among the straight community, and people of all kinds or all races, all ethnicities, no judgment to it. It's your exploration. It's your right as a human to explore. I get that. I really get that. I just, there's a lot of people in my community, queer, gay, lesbian. I don't really identify as lesbian anymore. I identify more as a gay person. But, there's not really much representation for people like that. At least that's not what I have found. Anyway, my big topic today that I was thinking about earlier, and that's what kind of brought me to this video, is I have weird dysphoria. Weird. What is dysphoria? Dysphoria is, for me, being significantly uncomfortable with my parts of my anatomy. Like I said, I'm very okay with my vagine. I'm very okay with my legs. I'm very okay with my arms. I'm very okay with my face, my hair. The only thing that, like, my hips, I've been told are very childbearing hips. I got it from both of my grandmothers. They did not spare me anything. I actually look just like my maternal grandmother. But I have a lot of chest dysphoria. A lot of chest dysphoria. Enough to where I will bind. I have appropriate binders. I splurged and got the GC2B binders, which I highly encourage. I can wear them for a week straight, which I don't encourage. I don't invite that. That's not healthy, and that's not what I encourage other trans individuals, non-binary people to do. I'm very much non-binary. Some days I'm just agender, some days I'm non-binary, some days I'm both, some days I'm neither. It just depends on what I wake up and in the day. And I'm yawning a lot. I'm sorry. I stayed up kind of late-ish last night so that my phone could die so I could charge it, and then I fell asleep before it died. So, go me. I'm also very skeptical because I see a lot of controversial things, and they're not meant to be taken personally. They're not meant to be taken seriously. I just really talk a lot of shit. Like, I talk a lot of shit. But underneath all this shit, I'm very conscious about people's feelings. I'm very conscious about trying to make sure everybody feels comfortable in their area. Not in their area, but their area. It's weird and it's interesting for me to do this because I have been talking about making a YouTube channel for myself and videos for myself for people who are like me, who have mental problems, who have anxiety problems, and who have trauma-related issues to the point to where you have different personalities, you have different voices in your head who are telling you that you are a man or a woman or a nothing or an it, or your sexual abuse is why you feel this way, or your manipulation in this household is why you feel like this. And I'm here to tell you that no matter what that voice in your head says, whatever you are going through, whatever transition you're going through, whether it be you are coming out as a lesbian, whether you're coming out as a gay guy, whether you're coming out as a non-binary female or male, your transition matters. And I know that people know that, but I also know that there are people in this world who will make you feel ashamed and who will make you feel belittled, and who will make you feel like your feelings aren't worth anything because they don't really understand it. I don't really understand it. I don't understand anything that I'm going through right now. I am just floating. I have a wonderful, and I mean, I am very, very, very lucky. I'm very fortunate because I have a great support system of friends now, and we've worked on making me feel conscious of how good of a person I am, where we've worked on them needing me and me needing them, and us going that route as in friendships. My friends and my counselor have really helped my support system. I don't know what else to say right now. Honestly, I really need to clean my room, and I noticed that as soon as I started filming because, okay, like, so, full disclosure, this is my house. Well, this is my room. I have a wooden room. My house is a mess. We were planning on moving, very much planning on moving, and then that just changed. Just changed. This is kind of my room, and we just figured out that we're not gonna move, so now I have the impulse to clean my entire room and to go ahead and finish packing up what I can pack up and then just put it in storage, because honestly, half my shit's already packed up, dude. For real. Like, half of my shit's already packed up, and I don't want to pack up again. But, so, this video is now 20 minutes long, and I wasn't intending to make it any, like, super long. That's what she said. Or he said. What they said. It doesn't matter. Whatever you choose. Constructive criticism would be nice. If there's anything you want to know about me, if there's any part of my journey or my transition that you would like to know, please feel free to message, comment, whatever. I do ask that whenever you ask me questions, Jay works perfectly. She and he really don't. She makes me very uncomfortable. Her makes me very uncomfortable. He is something that I can work with, but honestly, Jay is what I prefer. You can work Jay into any sentence. You can work it over she, you can work it over he. I've done it personally with people in my area. So I know that it works. Just be conscious of it, please, I ask you. And if you have any questions about what I'm feeling, or just mental illness stuff, if you have any questions, period, just let me know. You can find me on Instagram, you can find me on Facebook, you can find me on Reddit. I did have a Tumblr, but since they took off the porn, it's not the porn part of it, it's the freedom of speech, and you are taking away somebody's part of somebody's page, and so I don't deal with it anymore. I don't have a Twitter. I feel like there's enough idiots on Twitter. I'm not calling you an idiot, mostly the person who's in the office right now, and I just don't want to accidentally bump into his tweets, because I'm just not a patient person, and I really don't like him, like, at all. So I don't like what he stands for. I don't like who he is as a person. Disclaimers, not disclaimers. If you are watching this, before or after every video, after I'm done talking, I will be saying things that mean things to me. I will be shouting out things and shout outs to people who are either I'm supporting of or support me. I do want to be able to be a spokesperson for female to male, male to female products. I want to be a spokesperson for genderless people, agender people. I identify solely, well, not solely, but I identify mainly on non-binary. I hope to be a spokesperson for those people. If not, that's wonderful. But so the shout outs that I'm going to do will either be at the front, the beginning, or the end. The first shout out will always be Black Lives Matter. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You cannot tell me differently. You cannot convince me differently. You cannot preach at me differently. And if you do preach at me differently, you will either be deleted or cast away. I don't deal with shit. I'm 30 years old. I've dealt with a lot of shit in my life. I've dealt with a lot of shit in my life. I'm not going to deal with your ignorance. Love you, mean it. Humanity is a beautiful thing, but Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. They matter. They don't matter more. Nobody matters more. They matter. Everybody matters. But Black Lives Matter. Solely. That group, that Black Lives Matter, they matter completely. Black Lives Matter. Now that we have that said, Planned Parenthood is amazing. Planned Parenthood is not just for abortions. Planned Parenthood is a beautiful organization that helps both men, women, non-binary, and other genders. Planned Parenthood is amazing. Abortions need to be abortions need to be a thing. Pro-abortions, pro-choice, woman, feminist, 100%. I do believe that there does not need to be I'm sorry, horrible wording. There doesn't need to be a wall. I am in complete camarados. I'm in complete comrades. I'm in cahoots. There we go. I'm in cahoots with Hispanics. I'm in cahoots with foreign individuals. The more the merrier. Birth control is a thing. Use it. Condoms are a thing. Use them. If you are not able to purchase condoms, they give them away for free at every Planned Parenthood, at every clinic. If you don't want to use condoms, vasectomies are a thing. They hurt for a bit, but they don't hurt as much as you having to give up your paycheck for 18 years. Just saying. I don't really know what else to say other than I hope you all have a great day. My last couple shout outs are going to be to, number one, my brother, Joseph. He is legitimately my rock, and I feel like he needs a rock of his own. So, that's not what he said. Sorry, my brain. My second shout out would be to Olivia at the Planet Fitness on Shadeland. Without her, these things wouldn't be growing. My core wouldn't be growing. My chest, my pecs wouldn't be building as what they are. It's pretty hard underneath there. I'm very proud of my progress. My third shout out would be to my friends, my everything, who have been there for me. Kyle, Leash, Sabrina, Justin, my brother Justin has always been there. Pretty much most of the people that I continuously talk to, my friend Miriam, I have a lot of people who are in my corner. My friend, can't forget, somebody who actually was very much in support and asked questions and didn't harass, was very much trying to figure out the ins and the outs of curiosity about my transition. Her name is Jay. She was a very big part of my 2018. We met through her daughter, and her daughter and I were friends, and then Jay and I got close, super close, and she was the one who started my motivation to work out. I would go and work out with her, and then I just kind of fell in love with working out. So if it was not for Jay, I probably would not be in this headspace right now. So super kudos to Jay. She's my dog. She's my homie. She's one of my, I wouldn't say that we're still really good friends because we've drifted apart over the past couple of months, but she is, I would count her as one of my best friends, honestly. She's the one who actually gave me this necklace. It's an anxiety stone. Whenever it touches your body, it's supposed to, I don't know, suck all the anxiety out or the anxious feelings that you feel out, and then you're supposed to just feel yourself. And so far it has actually worked. Maybe psychosomatic, maybe emotional, I don't know, I'm not sure, but I know that it helps. It really does for me. I have not had an anxiety, I've had maybe 3 days and 4+ months that I've had anxiety attacks. So, and I was having them almost every day for 30 years. So I would say that the necklace is significant for me. I'm going to shut up now. I really haven't really talked about anything except for dabbed into a couple of topics because I really don't want to go deep, that's what she said, until I see that you all really care. I will make more videos, probably make one tonight. Just let me know what you think. Thank you. Peace. Namaste.